Alright guys, Joe here, back with another video. So what do I want to talk about tonight? Well, I've just finished listening to the Painkiller Already podcast, which is, if you don't know, hosted by some of the bigger YouTube Call of Duty commentators. You probably know who they are, so I don't need to go into that. And part of their discussion, it's quite a random podcast. I mean, they went from talking about what mics they use to Jesus, for instance. And one of the subjects they talked about is something that I've got sort of first-hand experience on, and some of the people who've been subscribed for a while will know possibly what I'm going to talk about. And it's this notion of depression. Now, it's a word that you often, especially in this day and age with, with politics, maybe the state of the country, the economy, the job market. It's the kind of word that unfortunately gets bandied around. Oh, I'm depressed. People will use the word, not really having any notion or not contemplating what that actually means to be clinically depressed. And I do. It's kind of hard for me to talk about. Even it's coming up for a year since the event that happened that basically sent me down one of the darkest times that I've ever been through. And I've been through everything, everyone else has. You've lost close family members. You struggle trying to figure out where you fit in the world. And some of these things people hit when they're in younger life, and they don't know how to deal with it. And some people hit these roadblocks or barriers, if you like, when they're much older. And even with all the experience in the world, you still don't know how to deal with things. But personally speaking, I had quite a serious health issue. I was at work, and basically I could feel my heart beating abnormally fast. Cut a long story short, I went to the hospital, and I've got a thickening of the heart wall now. There's nothing that can be done about it. The likelihood is that nothing will ever happen again, and it's not as serious. But what it made me do, on the one hand, the initial knee-jerk reaction, of course, before I went through all the tests, saw the doctors and whatever, was, there's something seriously wrong with me. And it made me reflect on everything else that was going on in my life. The relationship I was in. Was I really happy? Who was I trying to convince? Was I trying to convince myself? Was I happy with my lot in life? My job, my career. Where am I actually going in life? And is this where I want to be? And something like that for somebody else, you hear it all the time. It can shock them into completely changing things, completely changing their life, their surroundings, people they mix with, everything. But for me, it just sent me on this path of, I don't want to say self-destruction, because I still held down my job, the same job I've got now. But I was not in a good place whatsoever. I was drinking a lot more. I cut myself off from, basically I didn't talk to my family about the issue. I didn't really talk to my family full stop. and mainly because I knew what needed to be changed. I knew that where I was in life, the relationship I was in just wasn't going anywhere, and I wasn't happy anymore. But the usual thing for me to do, for those people that know me quite well, I just buried my head in the sand, and I didn't do anything about it. And it just got progressively worse and worse and worse. But on the flip side now, you cut to where I am now. I couldn't be in a better place, even if I tried. I've met someone new. She makes me more happy than I've ever been, and yeah, I'm talking about moving on with the next part of my life, because if there's another thing that my depression taught me, is that just, guys, if you ever get this feeling that you're stuck in a rut and that you can't break out of it, my advice now is to change something. It's a cliche, I know, but you only get one shot in life, and like I said, the best advice I can give is to just change something. Change what you're not happy about. Yes, it's hard to begin with, and yes, it's a big change, and it's, the world's a scary place. But if you're not happy, you've got to change things. There's no two ways about it. I've been through it, diagnosed with it, and I'm over it. And now, because I got through it, I have a new appreciation for, simpler things. Things that used to bother me before don't bother me now. They really, really don't. People that used to bother me in my life, I just don't give a shit anymore, because I learned that you got to look after number one, and there's always people that will be there for you. There will always be people around you who appreciate you for who you are, not what you've done, not what you're gonna do, not how much money you make, but they will just love and care for the person that you are and the person that you're going to become later on in life. And just make that. God, I was going to sound like Michael Jackson now. Michael Jackson, then. You got to make that change. God, I can't believe I just said that, but it's true. You've got to make a change in your life. If you feel yourself getting in a rut, make the change. So, yeah, I'm living proof of it. I am living proof that making changes in your life does work. Like I said before, yes, it's scary to make changes, but to notice something in your life that you're not happy about and not to do anything about it, you're cheating yourself. And to a certain point, whatever you think about the other person, whether whether it's a friend you care about or a partner you love, you're cheating them as well. I learned that, although I've learned subsequently that a lot of it wasn't really my problem, but I'm not going to go into that. So anyway, guys, I just wanted to make that quick video. Well, I say quick. Another one of my 9-minute rambles. Yeah. Alright, guys, I'll see you on the next one. Joking out.